Hey guys, it's John from Album Review TV. Time for a review of the new 30 Seconds to Mars album, Love, Lust, Faith, and Dreams. Besides the horrendous album art that they've given us for this that looks like an ad for CoverGirl, this album is actually very interesting to listen to. The art rockers have done it yet again. They're always staying on top of their game by staying with the times, but at the same time always being themselves and producing stuff that only they can do. They've always got these huge ideas. I feel like Jared Leto, their lead singer, has these huge ideas in his head, and sometimes they come out right when they actually do it in a song, and sometimes they come out as a total misfire, and that's the case again here on this record. As with each 30 Seconds to Mars record, there are hit and miss songs for me, in my personal opinion. My favorite album by them is A Beautiful Lie. Their debut and This Is War are actually very close to that. I've enjoyed all of their albums up to this point, but not like, it's never quite an entire thing except for A Beautiful Lie. That's the one that I fully enjoy. And here with Love, Lust, Faith, and Dreams, that's the problem I'm having yet again, is that I'm not fully on board with everything on this record. I like these ideas they have for the record. They've infused these electronic elements, as have many bands these days, with these symphonic elements. You're going to hear string sections on many of these songs. You're going to also hear guitars and these wonderful melodies and vocals from Jared soaring all over the place. But at times they just get a little bit dull and the ideas fall flat. Several times on this record it sounds like they're scoring a movie soundtrack. The intro to the album, Birth, sounds like that. The closer, I'm not quite sure if I'm saying this right, but Depuis le début, I believe that's French. And that is an interesting track, but it sounds like a movie soundtrack. Tell me that doesn't sound like the Inception soundtrack, at least the part that's in the trailer. You cannot tell me that that does not sound like that, or that's where they got the idea for that. It sounds identical. But those are instrumental tracks for the most part, and like transition tracks like intros or else interludes, I feel like. And they just have some songs that go with those that just are not that interesting. End of All Days leads into that track I was just talking about, which was Pyres of Varinsari. Pyres of Varinsai? They're making it real hard for me to talk about these tracks because I just cannot pronounce some of these foreign names. I'm sorry, guys. The band has always been good at going like over the top and like making it work on a lot of their tracks. Up in the Air is a perfect example of that. It definitely is all over the place musically. One of the best songs this year so far, in my opinion. Same with their second single, Conquistador. Really enjoyed that track. Loud guitars on that one and just pounding guitars. Awesome riffs that are coming up with. Jared's vocals are definitely just empowering, talking of these themes of just conquering. And a lot of that is found on other songs on this album. And what I mean by that is like the lyrical themes. They show up again throughout this album. It's like it's a battle or a race, as found on the track The Race. The Race is another one that goes kind of over the top and tries to be really epic, but just isn't, in my opinion. It's more like kind of generic and in the middle for me, especially the chorus on that track. There are awesome elements of that song, but the chorus is something that it needed to be really strong on that song, and it just wasn't. City of Angels slowed things down a little bit, but definitely in an interesting way. Pianos and synths flying around in the background of that song sounded really nice. It's kind of a builder track. It definitely grows on you the more I listen to it. It's nothing too crazy, but at the same time, I like that they slowed things down a little bit and made it work. Bright Lights is another example of a track that just tried to be like, I don't know, it tried to be like a ballad, epic type ballad, and it just wasn't, in my opinion. It's just sees the band taking some good ideas and just not following through on them. Loved Convergence as an interlude track leading into Northern Lights, and Northern Lights is one of my favorites overall on this record. I wish that had been the closer for the record. Northern Lights has an awesome build up to this track. It's definitely got kind of that synth flow going in the background over Jared's vocals, and it's just definitely just, there's one word for it, and that's just big. It's big overall. This track, it never like spirals out of control, but at the same time you also think it's going to get a little bit crazier than it does. And I'm not saying that it's a letdown or anything that it didn't get a little bit crazier, but Northern Lights is definitely one of the best tracks on this record. Up in the Air, like I already talked about, is just this song that is filled with these epic synths and guitars and programming. It's all over the place. It was definitely the perfect choice for the first single off of this record, and it's been pretty successful for the guys so far. Conquistador would be another one of my favorites off of this record, and I already talked about why I love that one. It's the guitars. It's just, they're kicking hard on that track, and I also love the intro track to this record, Birth. Who would have guessed it? My battery on my other camera died and I don't have much time, so I'm going to have to finish it on my other camera. Anyways, what I was saying about Birth, it's definitely an interesting opener. It's got these elements that just kind of make it feel like you're in like ancient times, and then Jared's vocals come in, and then it soars into this electronic huge finish and just really opens the record up right, leading right into Conquistador and Up in the Air. Really keeps this tempo and energy flowing. Overall, I am enjoying the record, but not as a whole. It's like I said, there's hit and miss tracks all over the place, so it's a 3.5 out of 5 for me. I am enjoying and like growing on a lot of these tracks, so let me know what you guys thought in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching, and of course subscribe if you enjoy my reviews. I will see you guys very soon. I got Queens of the Stone Age, Man Overboard, Jimmy Eat World, more reviews on the way, so I will see you soon.